A member of Congress stood on the floor and read 6 names that were never supposed to be heard. These names were pulled from millions of pages of censored documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. Among them was billionaire retail mogul Leslie Wexner. This revelation forces a painful question back into the light. How did a convicted sex offender build his empire of abuse, and who enabled him? The connection between Wexner and Epstein is not new, but the FBI's apparent label of Wexner as a possible co-conspirator sharpens the focus dramatically. This is no longer about vague associations. It is about the foundational source of Epstein's power, his money, and the respected man who provided it. The core problem is a shadow network of influence that operated for decades. It was built on immense wealth and protected by layers of secrecy and legal obfuscation. For years, the public narrative allowed powerful figures to claim ignorance or victimhood. Wexner himself has stated he was embarrassed and taken advantage of by Epstein. He claimed Epstein misappropriated vast sums from him. Yet, these statements now collide with hard evidence of their deeply entangled lives. Their relationship was the engine of Epstein's rise. For over 2 decades, Wexner was Epstein's primary, and often only, publicly known client. Epstein managed Wexner's personal fortune, eventually securing power of attorney. This gave Epstein control over Wexner's assets with virtually no oversight. He used this position to purchase Wexner's New York townhouse and private plane at deeply discounted prices. The financial scale is staggering. Reports indicate Wexner paid Epstein's companies over $200 million. Prosecutors have concluded that fees from Wexner and alleged misconduct with his funds account for virtually all of Epstein's wealth. This was not a simple advisor relationship. Epstein lived in Wexner's home, oversaw the construction of his yacht, and was a fixture at his Ohio estate. He provided Epstein with something more valuable than cash: legitimacy. So, how do we analyze a bond that transformed a math teacher into a globe-trotting predator? We must follow the money and the access it bought. Epstein's wealth was the tool that facilitated his crimes, allowing him to acquire properties, private travel, and the means to entrap and silence victims. Wexner's fortune and social stamp provided the cover. This connection challenges the convenient story of a lone monster. It suggests a system where extreme wealth can blur lines, obscure accountability, and create impunity. The solution demanded by lawmakers and the public is uncompromising transparency. The recent congressional effort to view unredacted files is a direct response to this need. As Representative Ro Khanna argued, if 6 hidden names were found in 2 hours, imagine how many more are concealed in 3 million pages. The law mandating this release, the Epstein Transparency Act, explicitly forbids redaction to protect reputations. Full disclosure is the only path to mapping the true extent of this network. The story of Leslie Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein is a dark parable about the architecture of power. It asks us what we are willing to accept from the powerful. Is regret a sufficient consequence for enabling a decades-long nightmare? The unanswered questions hang in the air, far heavier than any billionaire's fortune. We must decide if we will settle for the comfort of not knowing, or insist on the difficult truth, no matter where it leads.